Ford has opted to ship Explorer SUVs missing semiconductors. Yahoo Finance senior auto correspondent Pras Submaranian has more on this. So Pras, where are these chips missing? If I were to go out there and buy an Explorer today, do I get heated seats? Do I get a massage function? You know I love the massage functions in my cars. Love them.
You know, Saz, I think you'll be able to have that massage function, but the Sazi Juniors in the back seat may not have the ability to adjust their AC because Ford is not shipping those chips that use the components in the back that actually allow you to change the HVAC controls in that because they want to, save those chips for other parts of the car. So it's an interesting, maybe even innovative move here to kind of get cars that are partially built drivable to dealers and get them sold now. Ford in a statement said, quote, beginning soon, we will offer customers a way to get their Explorer more quickly. 2, thanks to a specification change that will keep rear seat heating and air conditioning auxiliary controls up front with the driver. So the driver will be able to adjust those rear seat controls, not the actual passengers back there. These will come to dealers now. Ford said they'll ship the retrofits to the dealers in a year. Customers will get an actual discount for those cars, and they'll get within a year they'll get that functionality restored with new chips. Now, in the past, Ford has created partially built undrivable cars and left them on the factory lots waiting for them to be shipped out. Famously, we saw a bunch of Broncos sitting on a factory lot with no ability to be driven yet. We also saw Ford kind of stopping and starting the F-150 production for over the last year and a half now because of component shortages. And right now they are actually offering to sell the F-150 without the auto stop start tech that can be kind of annoying when you drive around. But they're not going to include that for now, and then they'll actually retrofit later. But isn't one of the things that Ford is trying to do to just get those cars off the factory lots and get sold? Because Sazi, just earlier today, the Automotive News is reporting that Ford is telling dealers that it's seeing about 1.66 million vehicles sold next year. That's down from 1.9 million that they had forecast because of all these component and chip shortages.
And Pras, I was listening to an interview with, I believe it was CEO Ford Farley, about the spinoff potential here, really separating its business from the traditional ICE motor and the EV business, and even talking about retooling the sales process, which sounds to me like locking out some of the dealers. I'm just wondering, is there any chatter in the auto community about this huge strategic step that could be unfolding?
Jared, it was a big move, well received by the market to kind of split the company into two. We have kind of like the new co EV and the old co ICE business, the internal combustion business, using that old co to sort of fund that new co. Well received by the market, but you have to ask, in terms of reality, does Ford have the ability to create, something like they want to create 3 million EVs next year. They can't even build the Explorers with the actual rear seat HVAC controls, right? So that's a reality that they have to sort of face. From a dealer point of view, dealers have been marking up cars tremendously. The Broncos that are there, they've been marking them up, even F-150s. And Farley warned the dealers, we're watching you, don't do that because it's bad customer experience. Famously Tesla and Rivian and Lucid, who actually, they own their dealerships, they don't ever charge market because they actually own them. So these realities are kind of coming to a head here when you have sort of competing forces with let's change the business, but then also dealers wanting to actually make more money than they can actually in the market that they have a commanding position in.
Pras, all morning long, we're sharing stories of our first car. I think Jared, if I have it right, was a Honda, small Honda. He had 2 subs in his trunk. Me with the 87 Monte Carlo, 2 subs in the amp in the back. What'd you drive, my man?
So my dad, his first nice car was an 84 Cadillac Seville. He loved that thing. He loved Cadillac. And then he gave me that car when I turned 16. At that point, it was kind of old, kind of clunky, but it was a Cadillac, man. It was like driving a couch, right? I had a huge, velvet, front bench seat. My friends loved that car. I did too. It was a lot of fun, but it was huge.
And now look at us three, Pras and Jared. We are true titans of industry. We have, in fact, made it. Yahoo Finance senior auto correspondent, Pras Submaranian. Good to see you.